What it do, YouTube? It's your boy DT, man. Today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to stay motivated as a college student athlete. Number 1 on this list is being confident in yourself. Confidence is key, man. Like when it comes to athletic, especially on a level like this, confidence is key. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe you can do it, if you think the guy next to you is better than you, think the girl next to you is better than you, returning champions, all of that, you've already lost at the game. You've already lost because you've already placed yourself beneath somebody. So you've basically given up. You've given up. You may not have considered yourself as giving up to the entire competition around you as an track and field standpoint, but you've given up to that one opponent, which means you've lost. Having that supreme and that superior confidence is believing that you can beat anybody, because the down-to-earth person knows that anything can happen on any given day. You put the work in, you stay down, you grind hard, and you just use your God-given talent, anything can happen on any given day. Anyone can be beat. Confidence is key, man. You have no reason not to be confident in yourself. Number 2 on this list is having a support system. Having a support system is essential. Whether it's your friends on campus, your family back home, high school coaches, or maybe just your professors. You know, some people have good relationships with their professors and stuff, and they support them in their athletics. Having that support system is essential, because those are the people that's going to be behind you. Those are the people that's going to be backing you up as you strive to meet those athletic goals. So you have to have that support system. You have to have someone there to pick you up when you're down. You have to have someone there to just hold you up sometime, man. You know, everybody's not always having the best season ever. To be that person, to just be doing terrible throughout the season and not have anything to fall back on. A lot of athletes can fall into a dark space because they don't have anything to support them, something behind them. So again, I would say support system, that is key. That is number 2 on this list. So support system is extremely important and essential. Don't try to do things by yourself. It's best to not try to do it all by yourself and try to get that help. And some people just don't have that support system. I definitely recommend faith, using your faith as your support system. You know, talk to God. I feel like that is essential. Definitely recommend faith for those of you that may feel like, oh, I don't have that, and those also go hand in hand. To have that faith and also have those people backing you up and behind you. Number 3 on this list is to set goals. Like just having goals in mind before the season even starts, or just knowing what you want to do, knowing your skill set, knowing what you're capable of, and even sometimes just shooting higher than what you even think you're capable of, because you may not even know how great you are. So setting goals is essential as an athlete. I know it's essential for me. Being a high jumper, when every centimeter counts, every inch counts when it comes to high jumping. So setting goals, you know, having a piece of paper, printing out how fast you want to run, printing that out on a piece of paper, hanging it up on your wall, printing out, oh, I want to be a conference champion, NCAA champion, All-American. Seeing those things and just visualizing those things and having those things in front of you, I'm telling you, it spurs motivation. It's gonna make you a better athlete. It's gonna make you want to go and get it day after day. So definitely set some goals for yourself. Set some goals. Sometimes some people, they don't need to make super big goals. Sometimes it's just good to just set a small goal. I'm a high jumper. Let's say I want to jump 7'1". I want to go higher. I set my next goal at 7'2". Boom, 1 inch, which is a lot in high jump, but that's just an example. I want to jump higher 1 inch, and then I hit that mark, and I can be satisfied instead of saying, oh, I want to jump 8 feet. I never reached the goal that I initially wanted to hit. You really got to treat those PRs as PRs. It's a personal record. You really got to. So I say set those goals, no matter how small. A goal is a goal. A goal set is a goal set. Number 4 on this list is to trust your program. You got to trust your program. You got to trust your coaches. You got to trust your weight trainers, because a lot of people that come out of high school, they end up having to do something completely different, and the college transition is completely different from what they were doing. And a lot of athletes, they don't like that transition, and they kind of keep trying to do what they did to get where they are, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. The reason why I say to trust your program is because that is what you have. I feel like it's essential to your development to focus on the plan that is set in front of you. Sometimes the program doesn't work, point blank period. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes it's the coach, sometimes the athlete, sometimes it's a combination of both, sometimes it's the program. But the reason why I say to focus on that program is because that program is set in place for you to succeed. And even though you may not agree with it, that is what your coach has put in front of you to work with. I feel like in order to mentally break through and in order to just excel athletically, if you don't have complete trust in your coaches and in your program, and you're not all in on that, it's going to be harder for you to mentally break through when you're fighting against something that's been put in place to help you. Because you're playing tug of war. You're tugging at each other. Even if you're doing, some athletes, they do extremely well and they go completely against their program. And some athletes, they suffer greatly. I say trust that program, trust them coaches. I feel like most times it'll pay off. Some people it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't pay off. Some people, they switch schools, switch programs, they jump all around. And last but not least, number 5 on this list is learning from your failures. Taking those failures as learning lessons in your sport. There's only so many people who can be successful. In track and field, thousands of athletes. At the end of the season, only 8 can be All-American. First team All-American. Only 8 can be a first team All-American. Only 8 can hold that plaque. Only 8. And if you're not one of those 8, that doesn't mean you're a terrible athlete. You may have failed to get there that day, but you should learn from that and work harder the next time around. Or even if you worked harder, just keep at it. You got to take those failures as learning lessons. Don't take those failures as something that should discourage you and prevent you from wanting to seek those goals again, or prevent you from even pushing harder because you're like, oh, I didn't get it when I worked this hard. Well, I'm probably not going to get it even if I work even harder because I was so far this time. Anything can happen. As long as you put the work in, you believe in yourself and you have faith, anything can happen. I'm not saying you're just going to be a national champion just because you believe in yourself. That's not realistic. You're not just going to be a national champion for believing in yourself. I personally believe everyone on this earth has been given a God-given talent of some sort. But we've been given God-given talents. And anything can happen. You never know when your outbreak will be. Some people, they go from their freshman year in college and they don't get All-American honors or anything at all until their senior year. And they break out. There's some people this year who made Olympic trials who I have never heard of until this year, because they all of a sudden had their breakout year at Olympic trials. I mean, at NCAA championships and beat the top runners for it. It's ridiculous. It's pretty crazy to think the kind of things that'll happen when people just stay down and they put the work in and they just believe in themselves. They shock the world. That's how that goes. So I say, take those failures as learning lessons and continue to work hard. All right, YouTube, that was my list of 5 ways to stay motivated as a student athlete. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we out of there.